Hey everybody, the Lady Kaylah here with another Game of Thrones episode review, and today's episode is going to be episode 3 of season 2. And I just want to say before I start that I do compare the show to the books. I used to announce this in my intros for season 1. I always have it in the description, but it seems like I have to say it in the intro every once in a while so people who are coming over that are new know this and understand this. Um, so yes, I do make comparisons or references to the book when I feel it's necessary. These are my reviews, which means it's my take on what's going on, and I prefer to use the book to compare. And I do have a lot of these non-readers who are part of this non-reader versus reader war going on. I am not a part of that non-reader versus reader war. I'm sick of it. I am tired of it. Please, let's just respect each other. If you don't want a book to show comparison, please check out Otaku Assemble's channel, who does a show only review. Don't come to my channel and start complaining, because I have been a reader for many years before the show was even talked about. So I am going to compare the show to the books because this was originally a book review channel, and I thought it was appropriate that I compare to the book. So I'm probably going to do a reader versus non-reader rant about that whole warfare going on. But for now, I will say every once in a while in my intro that I do compare the book to the show. So that being said, well, let's start this review. First we start with Jon Snow, and I thought there was going to be a lot more drama when he got knocked over the head by Craster, but Craster pretty much just tells him to leave, and he's a little pissed off. I thought like Jon Snow was going to be like Craster was going to ask for his death. I thought Jon Snow was going to be in danger, like his life threatening, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't as much drama as I was expecting, and I'm a little disturbed that the Night's Watch knows Craster sacrifices his children to these others, because based on the information Sam gave us, it seemed like the wall was built to protect the realm from others, yet Mormont is totally cool with Craster sacrificing to these people. I'm not sure if Mormont knows they're actually others, or he thought they were just gods. I'm not sure, but if he knows they are others, or the whites, I'm really disturbed that he would let that slide. I understand he does need men like Craster, but I don't know, it's still a bit disturbing, and I guess that's life. You can't really be satisfied completely. So I still don't see a Jon Snow Mormont connection. I still don't see why Mormont wants Jon Snow to be the leader. We just know that he's like chosen, and Mormont is trying to mold him into this role, and I still don't feel a connection. I would expect at least like a mentor and apprentice sort of a connection. I'm not feeling any connection between them at all. It's still kind of a mystery to me why he chose him. Yes, he did save his life, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're fit for command. So I don't know. I'm really still confused why Mormont chose Jon Snow. I think there should be some kind of connection there, some kind of chemistry, and I still don't feel that. I do like how they're fleshing out Sam and Gilly's relationship. That is so cute. Like I love that. That is just adorable. I have no problem with that. And we have sorry, Bran, and he's having wolf dreams, and we know these are wolf dreams because in a previous dream he saw through a wolf's eyes, and he happened to know that that was a path in his own backyard. And now he wakes up to see his own face, and his wolf Summer is right there. So we know he's looking through Summer's eyes, who is his wolf, and this is very interesting how they're going to make it come into play. We're not sure. I do like how Maester, I always forget his name, Lewin, explains a little bit about what a maester does. And I think if I'm trying to think of what I would be in this sort of world, and I think I definitely would have pursued a maester's life. I love learning, and it seems they can forge whatever links they want, and each link represents a different line of study, and I think I would have definitely chose a maester's life. It seems pretty interesting. And then we have Renly, and Renly seems to just be lounging around with his army. He doesn't seem to be taking any initiative. It seems to be like a game to him. And we also meet Brienne of Tarth, and I love her. I love the casting. I love everything. I hope that they find some way to incorporate her a bit more. Yes, we just keep getting characters piled on top of each other, just more and more characters. And if you think it's crazy as it is now, if they follow anything close to the books, it's just going to get crazier. So listen to everything, pay attention to every character. That is the best advice I can give. So Brienne of Tarth becomes a member of the Kingsguard. I really do like her story that we have set up so far. You know, she seems like a hard person. Like, everyone shuns her. She's not your typical lady. And I like this because it kind of shows you that Arya doesn't necessarily have to be a lady, because Brienne of Tarth is defying what a lady should be in this world. So I like what Brienne of Tarth kind of represents. She kind of represents like a breakaway from the norm. Of course, she's getting crap for it, but it's still, she's dedicated to being a knight. And I really like her because she also represents that knight that is loyal and just your typical knight in shining armor. And I always like how like the outcasts kind of represent what should be, and the people who look the part don't necessarily represent that sort of a thing. And I really do enjoy that about George R. R. Martin. Nothing's what it seems. And I also like Marjorie. She is a very controversial character, and that is a bit soon for me to say, but I'll just leave it as that. And yeah, and so we have Marjorie, who is still a virgin, and we know why. Renly, even though he's married to her, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce her, but if you watch the show, you should know. Anyways, she's still a virgin, so, you know, that's controversy right there. And she knows about Loras and Renly. And this never happened in the books. This is kind of just a show fleshing out this relationship triangle thing going on, because we never get a Renly point of view, but it was always hinted at, and Marjorie was always sort of a mystery. We never got anything about her at all, so I'm really liking this flesh out that we're getting, and they're fleshing out these characters and what we didn't see in the books. So yeah, and we also have Catelyn there, I think, you know, trying to create some sort of alliance. Again, like, Renly is not really doing anything. He's not even talking to Catelyn about an alliance. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He looks the part, but I really, really like Renly. No, he's not going to be a king. He doesn't know what to do with himself. And I like how another controversy about Marjorie that starts right now is, you know, when Loras and Renly are talking, he kind of scoffs at Marjorie's virginity. He's like, Marjorie's a virgin. And so that's another bit of controversy about Marjorie. But yeah, so she wants to have his baby. I'm not sure. She seems very loyal to him because he's a king, but it doesn't really seem like she loves him. She's just kind of cool with whatever. She's just like, hey. So she's an interesting character. I definitely like how she's being fleshed out. And I think she's really pretty. I don't know, she kind of has like a mousy look. I don't know, she's really pretty. I like Marjorie. And then we also have Theon, and Theon is getting like the outcast treatment, which makes sense. He barely came back home. He came representing the Starks, so Balon Greyjoy is obviously not going to give him all his trust, and he's not going to exactly embrace him. And so, yeah, he's kind of getting the outcast treatment by his sister, by his father, and his sister they're starting to plan a raid on the coast. They want to take back their little towns, I'm guessing they used to have on the coast. They seem like a piratey kind of a people, so I'm pretty sure they just want the coast of the north. They don't really want to go much inland, they just want the coast. And so Yara gets to take like a whole fleet of ships and take castle by castle, while Theon gets to raid fishing villages. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can't give so much responsibility to someone you don't really know, despite that they're blood, because they don't know which side Theon has taken. They don't know if Theon's going to take that fleet of ships and go serve Robb. They don't know if he's going to take that fleet of ships and, even if he was loyal, go and ruin everything by doing a botched raid. And so I understand his father's and sister's point of view. Theon is very hurt though, and I think it's his pride more of anything that influences his choice, because Theon has always been a prideful character and has always gone out of his way to prove himself, and so I think he made his choice out of some sort of pride thing. I really can't say, they didn't really say why he made his choice, but he made his choice. And when he did, he decides to go Greyjoy. He decides to take back his roots, and he goes through some sort of a baptism under his name Greyjoy, and he makes his choice there. And this is the start of his betrayal, because that's very much what it is. I think, you know, he's been in that weird place where, you know, he doesn't belong to the Starks, now he doesn't belong to the Greyjoys, and I think he feels, at least with the Greyjoys, he'll belong eventually, where the Starks, he'll never be anybody. He'll just be the ward, he'll just be the person to the side. So I think, you know, there's a lot of factors that do influence his choice. I'm thinking more it's a pride thing, but, you know, it could be emotional. Who knows? And then we have Tyrion. And Tyrion is amazing. He is just playing everybody. He is playing the Game of Thrones like awesome. And he starts telling everybody different things, different plans for Marcela. And then based on what the queen finds out, he knows who's working for the queen. And so she finds out that Marcela is getting sent from getting sent to Dorne, and Master Pycelle was the only one who knew that. And so Tyrion finds a way to get rid of him. He doesn't kill him. He just, you know, shaves off his beard, humiliates him, and throws him in a cell. But I like this Tyrion. I really do. He's so clever. This is why he's like my favorite character. And I really did like when he was telling everybody a different thing, and the transitions. Oh, those were funny. But yeah, and it seems like Marcela actually is going to Dorne, because Peter comes in as like, hey, you told me something else. Marcella's going to Dorne though. So I think Marcela is going to Dorne. That is the like final choice for her. And then we also find out that, you know, Tyrion's gonna send Peter off to Catelyn to get Jaime back. So we'll see how that works. I was a little upset though, because Tyrion said something about grudges, and it would have been the perfect moment for Peter to make some sort of quip about how holding grudges is a good thing, because, you know, if you think about Peter and his whole self-centered attitude, it did come and stem out of a grudge for Catelyn. And I think it would have been cool if he just said like a little quip about grudges, and they didn't. And I was like, no, that would have been so Peter if he just said a little quip about grudges. So yeah, that would have been a plus. And then what else do we have? I'm missing someone. Oh, Shay is annoying me. I don't know why. Like, she's like, I don't know. You think she wouldn't be so bold because she's a whore, and Tyrion can just like, hey, get the hell out of here if you're gonna be like that. I don't know, she's just annoying. She seems kind of like a burden, and I'm like, ugh, why are you such a burden? And then we find out that she's going to start serving and being Sansa's handmaiden. Why they showed this scene, I have no idea, but, you know, Sansa is being a little booch. We do see from her dinner with Cersei how manipulated she is and what a bad situation she was in. And then we have her talking to Shay, and she's like a total bitch. And you're like, okay, I was feeling bad for her, and now I'm not. So it's just like, what the hell? And so now we have two of these annoying characters that I really don't like. So Shay and Sansa, I'm not really feeling those two characters. They're together. All we need is Roz to join them, and it'd just be a perfect party, wouldn't it? So Shay and Sansa, I don't know why they showed the scene. I'm thinking that maybe they'll become friends. That's what I'm guessing, is Shay and Sansa will become friends, because Sansa does seem like she needs somebody to talk to. She's just too much of a bitch. Like, she needs someone to talk to, so I'm thinking maybe that will be Shay. And so the last thing I want to talk about is Arya's, which is just amazing, because we have her talking to Yoren, and even though the Yoren talking to Arya like that didn't happen in the books, I don't remember Yoren's story about his brother. I really like that, because he tells her that he said like that prayer every night, that his brother's killer's name every night, and I did enjoy that. Spoiler alert, if you read the books, Arya does that every night. She says she says a list of people she wants to kill every night, and then it was nice to have that setup, that Yoren did that, and she got that from Yoren. So that didn't happen in the books, but I like how they had a setup, they had a foundation for that. So hopefully Arya does her list every night, maybe not. But Yoren gets killed later on as the Lannister men come back for Gendry in force, and he died like a beast. It was kind of like a Boromir type of death, but he died like a beast, and I'm really sad to see him go, but things happen, and I really do like how George R. R. Martin kind of kills off favorite characters, because it's always a risk. You're like, you don't want to like any characters because they might be gone the next scene, and you're like, oh, whatever. But then they all end up getting captured at the end anyways, and I hate how Jaqen got like 2 seconds in the screen time, because he's so sexy, and he deserves more than that. He should have had another conversation with Arya, because he only got "help me boy, pretty boy," and that's it, and I'm like, no, I want to see his face some more. But yeah, and then so they do all get captured, and Arya was pretty smart, and she said, like, you already got Gendry, he's that boy you killed. So she's loyal, she stayed loyal to Gendry, and I can't wait to see what happens. I think Arya was my favorite scene out of this entire episode. Trying to think of a question of the day, but I can't. So thank you for your time. Just tell me who your favorite scene was, okay? Bye!